The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Justice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege Season 4, powered by LG Ultra Gear in association with AC5 and Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I am your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Sam and Foxy, as we are here for the second day of Division 3 play. And that is going to be the first match on hand. Vikings of Azreal, or VKA as I'm going to be referring to them from this point onwards, versus Instinct Esports on the map of Cafe Dostoyevsky. A map, the Russian map, that is also snowy and also beautiful, that we have been to before, of course. And Vikings of Azreal, as I believe some of our viewers in chat know already, were... I actually forget, they were actually known as the newcomers, right? It took me a second to remind myself, but they were known as the newcomers. They did have a game yesterday that unfortunately had to go offline versus Almost Walkover, and they won that 7-2. And a very good performance right there from them. But of course, they're here to take on Instinct Esports, a completely different kind of team, today on the map of Cafe. And we're, of course, already in the ban phase. The Thatcher, fairly standard ban, is going to be taken off the board right there. Foxy, how do you feel on this fine afternoon?
I feel amazing, Blackjack. Thank you for asking. We'll be up and running in this matchup, Cafe do CSK. A very good map. In fact, we've seen so much of Cafe come out in Season 4. And it's been quite the meme right now. Season 3 happened to be entirely on Clubhouse, and now we'll be going back to Cafe once again. But with the auto-ban system coming in, definitely we're not having oversaturations of maps as well. So I don't really... I'm not exactly too bummed about it. But going into this match, we'll be seeing some esports phase of Weekends of Azreal. And just like Blackjack said, you knew them by the name of newcomers. We've got the Thatcher, the Montaigne, the Maestro being banned. All right, very standard set of bans. We might as well see a Valkyrie ban, to be very honest. The way this map happens to offer so much more intel. No, a clash ban of all operators. All right, looks like the shield operators will not be played. And yes, just inform the chat that the Echo will be banned, as Anaconda actually calls it Echo for some reason. just a little bit of a cute name for Echo. It's a nice nickname, in fact. I'm going to be calling him Echo from now on. Most definitely. Let's take a quick look at both these rosters. Meanwhile, AMST, Adam, Salty Satish, Todoroki. All right, that's a new addition. Todoroki and Lord Bane on the side of Kins of Azreal, while we've got Anaconda, Asterix, Kurosaki, Colon Drive, and Dope Pope on the side of Instinct Esports. A very bizarre side that we're seeing them pick, in fact. Not bizarre, but little something that many teams don't like to go on. It's just that it's just the way Cafe is played. And honestly, the way Reading Room and Fireplaces come out so far from any of the teams we've seen in any matches, so most of the matches, as far as I can remember, they happen to start off on Reading Room, they lose on Reading Room, then they go back to Bar and Cocktail. That's been the way the tradition has been going, but most definitely that is bound to change. Let's see if that is a change that Instinct Esports will definitely be looking forward to. But the operator roles that we get to see from them will be Valkyrie, the Wamai being employed, and the Jaeger. I mean, at this point, it's more than a given that whenever somebody happens to bring out the Wamai, then a Jaeger is always accompanied, or maybe the other way around. It's just the fact that both these operators, just like Blackjack always implies, that they go so well hand in hand, and you like to get yourself that overpowered advantage if you, why can you not? But mind you, it's not a broken advantage though. Like you remember the pre-nerf Nal Lion. I mean, that was something else. That was definitely a whole another version of Siege that we got to see. But we're seeing Asterix come up with some good Valkyrie cams, and yeah, mind you, now that we don't have the Maestro, all the echoing to play Valkyrie will become such a huge trade-off in terms of how the information will be going off for both these teams. Let's see how that works out for them. IQ already wrapped up, and mind you, we've got Lord being playing the Thermite. How is this fan put on Heartbreak's duty? People, this dude right here, Lord Bane, has the highest amount of frags in the entirety of the league so far. That's right. Any season, any division, the entirety of the WD Black, the Esports Club Rainbow Six Siege League, it's been Lord Bane with a single match kill count of 23 frags. That's something you don't get to see every day, but Colombia will be playing awfully close to the skylight. He's trying to find somebody's head, but there's nobody peeking him at least as of now. Very bizarre that I'm getting to see Lord Bane on Heartbreak's duty. Very underused utility that the man offers. Just put him on something that he can frag out. Come on, weekends. What is this even that I'm getting to see? But they've already made their way up top. The cigar control and the jewelry control will be given away to them. And there's Columbra who tries to exchange a few shots, but he's not going to claim anything. Going to fall back. Throwing the reflex on the Jaeger, in fact. Not exactly as I prefer, but all right, Kurosaki starting off. Kurosaki, quite the name. I'm not sure where he's derived that from, but the Valkyrie camp's not spotted by the IQ. What is she doing? Where's the RD being? Where is it being used? There you go. They finally get it. BK making sure they get that Valkyrie camp, but in the trade-off, they've already lost our attacker. That's nobody. That's a very important frag. The Thermite is on the board. Very important, and that's your hard breach already gone, but the Nomad charge is going to throw away Asterix. He's going to have to fall back. But a possible push-in is, yeah, there you go, it's expected. Zofia might as well find this frag. Oh, she picks up a fight and he's going to lose that. Look at that, the amazing gunplay from Adam comes alive, but that's the equalizer on board. Forces 4, 50 seconds left, and not enough work being done for the side of VKA. They've got to buckle up, and they've got to make sure that they have enough pacing as towards what they're trying to achieve here, because the way it looks like this, they're going to have huge disadvantage when they walk into the end execute for the side. Stun grenades are coming out, but Colombia meanwhile is tagging up everybody. Look at that, he picks up a two kill. Double kill was that? Yeah, that was a double kill. In fact, Dopo got another one. Amos is here. He's dead actually. Todoroki is also going to take the fall from Anaconda. It's all onto this one. Zofia is going to find the Wamai, but he's going to waste position. Kurosaki knows exactly where he's playing. He's going to go for the quick peek. No kills found yet. It's a 1 versus 3. Not enough time left either. We're going to find a frag. That's Anaconda off the board. The castle UMP does not come alive. 10 seconds left, he's got to make the push happen. There's a Wamai right beside him. Does he claim the life or not? No, his shield's protecting him. Pistol is out. It's not going to win versus the AUG. And that's what we like to see. A perfect textbook defense that we got to see from Instinct Esports. Really well done. But, like I said, VKA not exactly having a great start to the way you approach a attack when it comes to Cafe. And especially when the side happens to be Reading Room. And there you go, breaking the curse in Esports. Just like I said in the beginning of the round, that will we see them win that? They did exactly that. Really good round for the side of Instinct. Let's see going ahead what more surprises they'll be bringing us. Round 2 will be underway, and Kitchen and Service is the site that we'll be seeing them go to.
Looks like third floor bar is going to be the last side of choice from the side of Instinct Esports' defense right there. Not that I can blame them. That sort of a hole, excuse me, coming out on towards the second floor reading room with the third floor roam defense. Absolutely well done from the side of Instinct to push the round in their favor. Kurosaki goes for the 6th pick out of the Wamai into the smoke, I believe that was. And you asked just a second ago, Foxy, where the name Kurosaki comes from, right? Well, actually, no. This is where my weebness comes in, so do excuse me. Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach, I believe, is what he's trying to go for here. But
I'm gonna be honest. Kurosaki almost sounds like Kawasaki and gives me those counter feels to it. Yeah, I know. So it's very funny, but yeah, I've actually not heard about the name. You know what I think is one of the older players from Instant Esports has had a little bit of a revamp on his name. That's what has happened, because if a man is playing for Instant Esports and he's got such a bizarre name, I'm bound to notice it. I've not come across a player so far anywhere around the BD community as well, so I think that is what has gone through. But we'll ask Anaconda once this match is done, most definitely, in the interview is coming up as well. But don't mean to step on your moment. Blackjack, please take the mic away.
totally fine right there, Foxy. Of course, this time the first floor kitchen defense is already going to be in play as the castle barricade that was on the small brick door has been ripped down. You can see Anaconda still has a barricade in his pocket. Of course, he's going to be very quick about this. I don't think there's enough time for him to go and actually put that back, which is unfortunate for the man. But Colum Drive in the meanwhile holding down on first floor VIP section. The white stairs door in front of him has, of course, been busted open. He's got an ADS protecting his shield right here, but just 2 flashbangs, and this ADS is done for. But the Jaeger holding down in this particular area is going to be pretty useful still, and Anaconda's actually okay. That's very interesting right there. The cold room window gets sealed off. There's a rotate inside of cold room, in and out of cold room for the Jaeger, of course, use in the off chance that they need to make a retake towards site, and the Jaeger is one of the players alive, or anyone coming down white stairs for a flank for that matter. Column Drive still holding down in this particular area as the attackers are going to be going, that's VKA, towards the side of the 3rd and 2nd floor. Going for a bit of a roam clear right now. Not going to find anybody just yet. It's mostly a turtle hole coming out from the side of INES. They want to make sure that they have everything in place for themselves as the air jabs are going to go out. One on white stairs, the RD scanner's out, trying to find where this defender utility, all of the defender utilities are, for that matter. Anaconda is still alive inside the side, of course. No losses of life at the 1 minute 30-second mark. Once again, VKA taking their sweet time to get their drones in, get the utilities in place, get the utility operators in place for the matter. But there's the Valkyrie pushing up towards the brown stairs. Sees one of the operators. That is Lord Bane taking a lot of damage right there. The Thermite trying to push down brown stairs has taken a bit of a beating. Dope Pop sees the IQ with the RD scanner out on towards that particular area. And of course, the IQ knows that there's somebody here, so Todoroki's going to be going for this. But no, the headshot's in from Dope Pop with a beautiful connect. Takes minimal damage to himself as well. And that is your IQ of the board. A huge kill, especially in this juncture of the match, where utility for the defenders will be at their most important. Vertical lens aside are being established by the side of VKA, but at what side. Dope Up holding down the bar area has been absolutely fantastic so far. The drones are spotted where he is, of course, but he can just hide behind the counter and stays and be relatively safe because there is the Jaeger watching his white corridor. The push towards the red covered hallway is coming from the red stairs. The smoke goes out to the mute, and there goes Aspect. Lord Bane goes down. That is your thermite of the board and a diffuser. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of an issue we just had there with the internet at the host's end, of course, but looks like it has been resolved and we are back with the game. And in Instinct Esports, they have, of course, won their second defensive round. I personally myself couldn't see it because I had the idea that Discord crashed. but it turns out it didn't. Now, of course, third floor bar is going to be the site of choice once again. Apologies for the inconvenience in the viewing experience, but we hopefully are going to be stable from this point onwards. As talking about being stable, Kurosaki, he's not going to be all that stable, mind you. He took a little bit of damage from Anaconda's shotgun while he was doing a little bit of reconstruction around the side of the cold room walls and the wall from Piano facing towards the New Heaven balcony on the northwestern side of the map. There's an upside down rappel towards the white corridor window, excuse me. And that one is going to be interesting to see. Kurosaki holding down in dark spot has to be very careful as the Wamai because he could be shot from the back and the front at any given point. And his magnets are going to be very, very important to him. He's got 3 of them towards the side of the chandelier to help himself in Piano right now, as the Jackal's got the upside down scan ready and waiting to scan the feet of the defenders. Still holding down here, the Wamai. Not much of a problem for him. Does a bit of a pre-fight towards the white window. Gives away where he's sitting. Of course, the drones are going to spot exactly where he is. Give away his position to the rest of the attackers pushing from various sections of the map. As Hibana is going to be going for a bit of a hard breach. Not really sure where AMST is going for that. In the meanwhile, the Bandit down white stairs. He's going to be picking up a fight with the upside down rappel of the Nomad towards the side of the mid white stairs window. Lord Bane pushing second floor. Looks like he's been given the information he needs to go on a hunt right here. And that's going to be pretty important as the red stairs drop is also going to come in. Red stairs half drop, excuse me, is also going to come in from the side of VKA. The hard breach towards the Piano wall has been finished as AMST is going to drop the diffuser and push in towards the Piano area. And find Omai, will he? Yes, he will. The good headshot. Kurosaki goes down, but there's smoke canisters that are stopping this push. But there goes Column Drive. Lord Bane with that kill. Unfortunately, a little bit of a self-flash onto Amps, but it's going to be just fine for the time being. More flashbangs to burn out the ADSs, and Momai charges so many flashbangs towards that area as the side of VK are pushing in, but the smoke canisters are going to be their hardest thing to deal with. But no, Asterix is actually going to find Lord Bane. Unfortunately, the Jackal, caught sleeping on the job. And there goes one of the attackers. Oh, and Anaconda barely peeks away at the right time. He'd have been taken by the, I believe that's the Nomad Salty Satish right there, while Asterix is waiting with the C4 below on Train Museum. The C4 comes out, but will it connect? No, it won't. Adam, in the meanwhile, is going to find Dope. The SMG-11 is going to find the Nomad. No, but somehow he's alive. How is he seeing it sitting alive inside a bar back store right here? The shotgun comes out. The bandits on the flank. He's going to find one Anaconda onto another. Salty Satish and Adam. Very huge misplay right there. As although the Amps and Todoroki to find the last 2 defenders right here. Anaconda's going to go down to AMST, who's got a double kill for himself. That's the Hibana. The Thermite? No, the Bandit is actually going to spot AMST in the meanwhile. It's a 1v1 between Todoroki and Asterix. Asterix does not have the diffuser. The plan's going down at default spot. Not default spot, by the bar. The counter area as the Bandit's going to go for the push. He's vaulted onto the table, and the Thermite will hear that and see him. And there he goes. The final kill from the Thermite is going to be secured. Not really sure what the Bandit was going for with the vault onto the table. So much sound giving away his position, and Todoroki will easily and very happily take that kill as the attackers finally have a round on board for themselves. Round 3 goes to them. Round 4 is going to be in play, and 2-1 is the score line.
A very interesting drop from the counter, though. That definitely gave away the position of where the Bandit was playing. That was a huge misplay coming in from him in case he wanted to clutch that out. But in moments like that, you have to be in a position where there's so many calls coming up. It comms, your teammates telling you what to do, stuff. The panic, obviously, you really see on the Bandit. Could not get that clutch in, but most definitely that's going to put the side of Instant Esports on a bit of a, because you have to go to bar, the cocktail, the most defendable side. All right, the second most defendable side. Obviously, Kitchen is the most defendable side. Thank you. We can have a debate on that any day. If anybody wants to 1v1 me on that debate, sure, definitely hit me up. Just kidding. The fact that happens to be a very nice, a good success rate that teams happen to have on. That's something that we did see from Instant Esports come out. And some huge, very comical plays that we got to see from them. I'm not sure how the smoke was allowed to survive while the Nomad pre-fire and every single bullet mag. Not able to find him still, but we'll be back here. Let's see how things go out this time around for both these teams. We'll be seeing Anaconda come up with the super shorty. He's going to make sure there's enough lines of sight to work with as well. And Asterix, alright. A very standard cam, in fact, from the Valkyrie as well. A little bit of a Yeah, there you go. It's all right. It's fine. No, there you go. Just a second there. I thought I lost connection again, but no, we actually did not. We're seeing Lord Bane. He's gonna make his way back up. He's got the window open. He's gonna be making sure he doesn't do it anymore now. No, that's a very important point that I really need to point out. The fact that Lord Bane is back on the Jackal. But no, not anymore. Look at that peek from Dope Pope. Some dope shots that the man has got on board. Really well done. And some. How does he even win that? That's SMG 11 peak. Azreal is gonna find another VKA. Definitely not having the frag power that Instant Esports are bringing on board. But mind you, people, Instant Esports happen to be a team that loves to frag out. They love to pick fights. They love to win them AMST. Pushing up very close. He's gonna spot the Womai. Another Womai knows his position, but not the mag capacity of the gun on the Hibana is just not enough. Colombia is gonna find that kill very gladly and very easily as well. Totoro and Adam is all that is left. The Valkyrie is going to find him, but he's going to be found right back in. Adam with a nice shot, but he's going to lose a lot of HP in that engagement. There's still Anaconda waiting he's very patient, but does the patience pay off? His fellow FBI SWAT operator will be pushing up on him. Oh, there you go, he's going to get tagged along, but that's not enough damage being done. He's going to win that eventually. Totoro comes up with that frag, but there's a potential flank coming in from above. I don't think they know that. That's the Jaeger Column drive coming up, sweeping up on these stairs. Very cheeky play that he's trying to make here, but no. The attackers are all the while more wiser. They know exactly when they want to make this push happen, because when they happen to go to the side of pillars, they will get exposed in the Jaeger's crosshairs. They happen to make that push, they're as good as dead. I won't be doing that, get the breach done, but it will not be open. That means now the position's been given away on where these guys are playing. It is a really bad spot that they have to find themselves on. I'm still seeing Adam hold this down. He's going to move up hallway and make sure there's no counter coming in. Oh, there's the Jaeger right. Like I said, the peak pillars, they're done and dusted. There you go. Kurosaki with the final kill as well. Instant Esports walk with another run on board. Weakens Azreal. Definitely not having a great day. And it's just not been their day so far. 3-1 is the scoreline. We'll be going to round 5. But the real question is Instant Esports able to take maximum advantage of defense? Yes. But is VKA coming up with the best plays while he happened to be over methodical on attack? The answer is no. They're taking so much time into getting information, and there's no conversions on that information, mind you. Getting information, investing time on that is fine. That's okay. That's what the attackers are supposed to do. But you're not able to convert on the information you've gathered, then that's not information. That's just you droning. I don't even know how to separate both of those two, but yeah. That's what it is. You've got to make sure a conversion happens, or it's as good as nothing. Lord Bane will be switch 6 picking onto the Ash from the Dokubi. Looks like the Jackal will still won't be into play anymore, and quite willingly so. Man came out with the Jackal, and he happened to go back on peeking a window instead of having to go for a roam clear up top, trying to scan some footprints. That's not the way you play Jackal. I mean, you might be an amazing fragger, but that's the spirit of Siege I love. You've got to have yourself a team game established. It's as good as nothing. It's everything that you're doing has got to lead to an end game. The goal is still not in all that of a cohesion between the side of VKA. Going into round 5, we'll be seeing. We'll be seeing Instant Esports fall back to the side of kitchen, service, and bakery. That is, they'll be reinforcing the white wall. Very interesting. Looks like I'm gonna go for this. All right. We got the shield coming out as well. Make sure that, yeah, there you go, Kurosaki, getting that kill done well, good. Wait a minute, is Asterix lighting something? No, he's actually making his own logo, I think. Yeah, there you go. Nice logo, Asterix. There you go, what is he typing? No, he's alright. Bandit won't be doing any more of that, as he's gonna fall back, and we'll be seeing Anaconda come up with the castle once again. And he come up with the he come up with a no, he actually hasn't. Very interesting. We've got Thermite coming up with the white wall breach, but this is Jaeger once again to greet him. Might as well find a few frags here. That's essentially what he's supposed to do over here. Find a few frags, fall back from the side of VI, go back to code check, and maybe play on your back foot. Anaconda getting a little too aggressive on the side of bakery, but the castle is being opened somewhere. Where is that coming from? Is that no, actually. There you go. It's actually not even on the side of small bakery. Breaches will be happening from up top. And while the push has already happened, that is what is going to push Columbia back up. Very interesting. He's got to hold this very tight angle or else he's as good as dead. Dope is going to get spotted out by the Nomad right outside the window that he's holding, but it's a very difficult spot there that happened to hold. Even one of them gets dropped. It's essentially just a crossfire that they've established for themselves, and they've got to make sure they win these gunfights. A little bit of a misplay could cost them very direly. Oh, the hashed peak comes in, and that's going to claim the life of the Valkyrie. There you go. Like I said, Lord B. Oh, he gets right back in. Where did that come from? And Sav picks up and above. Why did he happen to make this rotate? Didn't see him on site. Wait, am I dreaming, or was that somebody else? The bandit is somehow offside, and now he's done the flank duty perfectly well done. We might as well see something amazing pull out from this, because now he's got to play on his back foot and make sure he brings the attackers and lures them towards him instead of him having to go for the hunt. Colombia, meanwhile, is gonna add insult to injury. He's gonna find Salty Satish. That's a Nomad off the board. Diffuser is still in the hands of the Thermite, but he's got to be very scared right now. There you go. Asterix comes in with a flank once again. Like I said, these are some exceptional plays that we're getting to see from Instant Esports today. This will walk away with this one. Another frag comes in. There's just a frag game for them right now. A 1 versus 4, which won't be a case for Instant Esports to walk away with another on board for themselves. Round 5 will be underway as Instant Esports are completely walking over the side of the attack right now. That is onto VKA. Definitely not a great day to be a fan of Weekends of Azreal. We're going to round 6 with the roll swap. 4-1 is the scoreline.
Well, a 4-1 scoreline going into round 6 right here means that, of course, Instant Esports have done a good job of dominating the game so far. But how far farther can they continue this streak? That is what remains to be seen, because right now VKA, they need to get a round for themselves if they want to even have a chance at winning, while, well, not just winning, of course, but also stopping the side of Instinct from running away with the game entirely. While Instinct, in the meanwhile, they would like to go into roll swap in a 5-1 on round 7, which would be pretty much the biggest advantage they can take in this situation, having already lost 1 round back at third floor bar. That was the 3rd round. Now that they're coming back here, of course, Vkin, that is VKA, are going to be looking at this side thinking, okay, we've won here before, we could probably do it again. We just have to be calm, collected, and do what we did the last time. I'll be doing what they did in the last time third floor bar was in play. You know, initially it wasn't exactly the best push. I remember the Nomad trying to kill the Smoke, who was barely alive, sitting perpendicularly to where he's supposed to be sitting, not behind the shield, beside the shield. That was a very comical situation right there. But it worked out in their favor, so at the end of the day, VK will be happy to take that run, but they need to take it. They need to take it, you know, just a little bit more calmly. The VK has definitely not been at their best today, and they will be aware of that, of course. And they're going to be making amends, adaptations, and whatnot they need to make as they go. But Asterix, once again, the bandit on the roam, he's going to be one to watch out for. Column Drive with a peek from the first floor. Not the first floor, the second floor window, I believe that is. The second floor big window on the pillars room. While Anaconda's making those throwable areas that he can use throughout the walls to get some lines of sight. Meanwhile, Column Drive actually, he's going to be making those plays right now, trying to peek the thermite on the piano window, the whiskey window that is. Not going to get anybody. Going to reload back instead to preserve, of course, ammo and to make sure that he has a full magazine when he goes for the repeat right now. Dope Up the Dock, I think I actually missed that. Dope Up actually switched out. 6 picked out of the Rook into the Dock, going from a French to French operator. But the healer's going to be in place. Asper's going to find Lord Bane. The attackers, unfortunately, don't have a healer. But I don't think a healer would have been useful anyway, because no healer in Rainbow Six can revive the dead. As the Zofia is going to be pushing, the piano window right behind Column Drive. There's also an upside down rappel on the whiskey window, as another kill's been confirmed right there. That is Kurosaki getting Adam. The Legion gets the kill, and another one of VK is on the board. Hibana, does he know that there's Column Drive pushing up right next to him? I don't think so, but the push is going to be in. He barely misses, but is the Hibana aware? Where are you looking? He's finally going to peek the correct angle, but he's still going to lose. Column Drive gets that kill, barely on 1 HP. The man has done quite a bit for his team already, but will he be peeked by the Zofia? Not quite. The shots are missed, but this time it's not going to miss from Todoroki, the Thermite, as the Column Drive finally goes down. It's a 4v2 right now, all down to the last 2 attackers who are pushing side. Canisters are coming out from the smoke from inside of Cold Room to try and deny the side of the attackers. As this situation not looking that great for the side of VK, but there's another kill. Todoroki takes down Asterix, as it's all down to Kurosaki, Dope Pope, and Anaconda to get this kill. The Legion's going to pull back to the side of bathroom, as it's really just down to the frag game from the side of VKA. They need to get these kills. The Salty Satish has actually found Anaconda in the meanwhile. It's a 2v2 suddenly, down from a 2v5, but there goes Salty Satish. He's been down by the Legion, and it's all down to Todoroki against these very angry defenders. Kurosaki is trying to find where he throws a goo mine in that direction, but of course, the Zofia can pick herself back up, which means it's still a 2v2. No kills being confirmed just yet, as Dopo's going to be fighting the Thermite any second. Is actually pulled back towards the reinforcement inside of the lounge area. As Kurosaki is getting a little impatient right now. He's got to be careful. Doesn't push in, but the kill is confirmed. Will he find the other one? That's still Pope right there. Todoroki goes down, and Instinct Esports are going to win round 6, redeeming themselves on the bar site on the 3rd floor of Cafe, and giving themselves the 5-1 lead going into round 7. Roll swap. It is absolutely dominating performance from them so far, but the roll swap is in. Instinct are now going to be attacking, and Vekins of Azreal, they're going to be defending. They should be a very interesting turn of events. If it is a turn of events, mind you, Instinct could definitely take this game from here on out.
Interesting indeed. If they have to make it out of here, over a comeback that happens to even the odds is what VK must be looking at right now. But let's see how things go ahead. 5-1 is not a scoreline that I think VK was looking at walking into this match today. And it's only day 2. I mean, it's okay. VK can definitely step up in the upcoming weeks. But Blackjack, let me just take a quick look myself. VK won yesterday, right? Yeah, they won against Walkover 7-2.
Yes. Almost walkover.
All right, so winning against almost walkover, they've got 2 wins on board out of the 2 matches that they played on board. Even if they walk away with this loss, they might as well be in a little bit of a safe spot. But Div 3, I really wouldn't like to say it's a safe spot to play. You know, Div 3 has so much more at stake when you think about it really. Because the teams that happen to be on the bottom 3 get relegated out of the tournament, people. That's right. They have to make their way back from the qualifiers once again. While the rest of the divisions, you have something to fall back to. From Division 1, you fall back to Division 2. If you're Division 2, you fall back to Division 3. And if you're Division 3, you fall out of the tournament only to make your way back through the qualifiers once again. Obviously, it's an open qualifier. You can participate once again and again and again until you get yourselves a confirmed spot. Speaking of confirmed spots, Instinct Esports has been lingering around Division 3 for way too long now, dude. They've been here for quite a bit. And it's been really long that... It's been the consistency from them though. They haven't gotten the promotion, neither have they gotten relegated out of the tournament. They've just been here in that right little window in Division 3, just surviving, just existing. But more importantly, it's been the fact that they've had multiple changes to their rosters, etc., etc. And whatnot, and it looks like the new roster is looking very strong. Asterix, I think that's the pickup from Savers. I'm not sure who Kurosaki is, but alright, the Jaeger pushing up very close. It's gonna get spotted out. Dopo from Havox Gaming as well, mind you people. That's a good change of rosters that I'm seeing Instinct Esports pull out, and that's what put these rounds on board. 5-1, we might as well see VK walk away with this. No, the glasses shots are not landing. They finally will though. That's Dopo coming out with this glass place. Does not want to go for the reload first because there's enough cover for the man to fall back to. Obviously, he sits on the skylight. There's literally every single piece of cover for himself. We'll be seeing Adam hold this down. Well, very patient, in fact. Might as well find a frag. You know, is that? Yeah, that is the Jackal. Yeah, Jackal happens to make a little bit of a move there. That is not very much. There you go. Zofia is gonna pop the head. Really good patience from Long Drive. The man has got some amazing frags this game, and many games in fact. Long Drive happens to be the highest frag for Instinct Esports as well. Gonna try and find Castle. He notices the push up, and that's a double kill for the man. It's all down to a 2 versus 5, but so less HP from Instinct Esports is on. I don't think there's a way they can walk away with this. They won't. Instinct Esports walking away with a flawless round once again. I was so confused over some multiple things that are happening. I did not get an opportunity to understand what I'm supposed to cast on. As I was trying to say something, I said something else. Yeah, that just kept catching me off guard, but. At the end of the day, it'll be Instinct Esports walking away with that round, and that puts them on match point 6-1. Not the way I was expecting this match to go.
Definitely, definitely after the fact that VK pulled off a great performance against Almost Walkover, albeit it was in an offline game. Regardless of that, VK going 7-2 against Almost Walkover, and today against Instinct Esports, excuse me, being taken to the cleaner so far. Not a good look for them, and not a great second day that they've had so far. Instinct, however, on the attack as well, continuing that dominating performance. A flawless round for them, going into their match point. 6-1 is the scoreline. And oh boy, this is definitely going to be very interesting indeed. The Instinct, fabulous performance from them. And VKA, Vikings or Five Kings or whatever it's called. At this point, I'm honestly not sure. There's like 50 iterations of that one name. So, you know, with that being said, VKA, they're going to be they have to buckle up, really. I don't think they were ready for the amount of moving parts that Instinct Esports' attack were bringing in right there. And that definitely looked to be the case because it was, as Foxy said, very confused, very almost unaware of what was even happening. Though Mai on the dark spot, just not knowing where to peek, which area to peek. And it was a good patience from the side of the Zofia to get that kill eventually. Is right now with the Doc in play. That's AMSP playing that operator, of course, and Todoroki bringing in the Goyo. Maybe these are the changes they need. A few more deployable shields that blow up on impact. Not on impact, of course, when the canister behind is popped, of course. Lord Bane is going to be holding down the side of paintings at bar just below, between the skylight and the hatch drop, of course. Doc on the cocktail balcony, excuse me, as well. Probably going to be setting up the coconut bra spot for himself as quickly as he can. Meanwhile, the gridlock is in play from the side of Instinct. That's Anaconda playing that operator. And of course, if he's able to pull off what a gridlock does with his track stingers, as he already has begun to, he might just be getting a couple of really quick kills. Actually, it looks like a very quick take from the side of Instinct Esports right here, because they're already going for the hard beat. Now there's a Skylight drop that works. The Jaeger goes down, and Adam is actually going to find Colin Rev. In the meanwhile, Dopo with a double kill for himself pushes into Barback's store. The man is completely uncontested. AMST finds another one. That is Asterix off the board, but there's AMST down to the gridlock. As the kills are being dropped from the side of the attack, Instinct Esports with a rush towards site. It's suddenly down for 2 versus 2. Actually, the plan is coming off. No, it's not quite. As Reaper comes out, Anaconda is going to be safe for the time being. But Adam, in the meanwhile, still on dark spot. He's been allowed to sit here, but how long will he be allowed to sit here for? Todoroki's going to blow up the Goyer shield as the push is coming in, but no, he's going to see the gridlock. That's a kill for the man with the Vector, as it is a 1 versus 2, but no, make that a 0 versus 2. VKA is actually going to hold on despite the rush from the side of Instinct Esports, as oh boy, that was definitely an attempt at a very quick round coming in from the side of Instinct. They wanted to finish things off, but it's not just there yet. It ain't over till it's over, as VK give themselves a round to stay alive on. 6-2 is the scoreline. Match points still in favor of Instinct Esports, as it should be a very exciting game. It's Lord Bane right there talking about that IQ Skylight drop. Oh, that was funny. That was definitely funny.
It looks like IQ is the new Ash, maybe. You cannot really find the head of the IQ. IQ is the Ash, basically. That's what it's going. So, looks like... wait, let me just... Alright. Says everybody that. So, is that what they're discussing?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Can we go for a video? This is... At least not until the players demand it. Yeah, I think that's the way it should be.
bomb located by attack.
I'm not sure. Yeah. It's gonna have to come out from one of the players, but nah. Going into this match 6-2, we'll also be seeing a little overconfidence from Mixed Esports is what put them on the back foot once again. But not a whole lot though. Oh boy, they only have to win 1 round, 4 rounds away from victory that VKA happens to stand on. They might as well be able to pick up that.
10 seconds left.
Be able to pick up the game here, maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see.
5 seconds to go.
We've got Todoroki playing the bandit. We've got Salty Satish on the castle. He's going to make sure the Super Shorty comes alive, and that's a rotation. Very classic, very standard stuff being done from him. And there's AMST on the Bomai as well. Will be running the Jaeger this time around and not Lord Bane. Lord Bane will be on the dog instead, playing very close. Oh, he's actually doubled up with the Jaeger. Trying to find frags here. We'll do a couple of them, but no, there's a long angle being employed before the pre-fire comes in, but that's not going to connect though. is definitely going to tag and got quite a bit, and so much emphasis shaking away this one dog who's happening to play here. There you go, he's gonna get taken out. Well and good from Anaconda from that long angle being employed. Not enough patience from Lordwin to give him that. Very ecstatic trying to find a frag, but he's gonna get taken out. That's the only outcome that you would expect out of it. Adam gets a frag, meanwhile Columbia onto one more. Asterix gets refrag onto Attic. It's all on assault Satish, and that is a bandit Todoroki coming alive. He's gonna find a frag onto Columbia. That's a refrag game right back in, but the man count is still in the favor of the attackers. They might as well be able to make this push happen. Solly Satish watching this angle. He's playing right below Harry Potter. The push-up has happened already, but the bandit is gonna rotate. He's gonna get caught up by the IQ. That's Dope Pope. He's gonna get that frag in. It's all on assault Satish. Where is he coming in from? He's coming in for the flank. Does he get noticed? Oh, he's gonna spot him. Very good trigger discipline. This might pay it off. No, he's gonna go for the defuse. Oh, he's gonna get out the defuse, but there's Dope Pope once again, and that is going to be the game for the side of Instinct Esports. They get their game on board, and quite the match for them that has been today. 7-2, in fact. It could have been a 7-1, but well, that's just that's how the cookie crumbles, I believe, for today. Going into the next match very soon, but quite the dominance that we've gotten to see from INES today.
Absolutely amazing performance coming out from the side of Instinct Esports, and well, it was a good attempt from the five kins of Azreal, but as Foxy said, it has to be how the cookie crumbles, and the cookie crumbled in favor of a dominant play from the side of INES. Very well played to them, and that is going to be the first game, and we'll be right back from the other side of this break for the next game, Havox versus KL11, which is, as far as I'm aware, a match that has already happened way back in the qualifiers. In fact, it has. KL11 took that match on Clubhouse 8-7 on overtime. So Havox have a chance to get their revenge. Will they be able to? Stay tuned. Doc down the board. It's all down to Papmeister right now. He did find a kill earlier, but he's got to find two more. He's on his man with the diffuser. Papmeister, I don't think he has enough intel on where these attackers are sitting. There's one on the doorway. Could go for the peek right now. He's going to rotate in. He's going to see the Jackal on the table. Down him. He gives away his position, of course, but Zim, nice to worry about not having the diffuser. Papmeister confirms the kill for himself. He's sitting by the couches area, and he will... Whoa! What a shot from the Jaeger to clutch things out for Team Selfmade. Or he's going to get refragged onto by the Wamai from inside the piano, making it a 2 versus 3. Skalaki with a double kill for himself. He's gotten all the kills in this round for his team. And Narubuda is going to take down the planter, and the IQ goes down as well. It's a 2 versus 1 suddenly. All down to the repelling Nomad Terminator. Full on HP, but no diffuser and very little time in hand. Suddenly the 2v4 has become a 2v1 between Narubuda and Skalaki. And this does not look like Save Esports round. Just Scarlet drop is in, and Narubuda will find the kill onto Terminator, giving team a spot as well. As a push in the blue is in from the side of Instinct, but no, Suzuki's going to find one more. That's Asterix on the board. He'll be refragged onto by the IQ, who was coming in through the hallway, and that is Solarfest starting things off for the side of Instinct as well. Instinct Esports at it. Nope, the Legion goes down from the IQ, the G8A1 pre-firing. Oh, he's gonna find two. Yakova and Sunny are off the board, and suddenly it's a 3 versus 2. Ven and Paranormal have to do something about this because they're in a spot, and the IQ's already inside his sight. Arsenal of boxes. Ven's gonna find one with the C4. That's Cologne drive down, but the flashbangs are coming in. The G8A1, is it downing the pulse? Yes, it is, and it's all done to Ven. The Mozzie caught in a 1v2, but the diffuser's not the side of the attackers. He's gonna find one. He's gonna down one, that is, but the PT and Roni only has so much ammo. The pistol's out. Will he find it? No, he won't! And Solar Flip.
That's something that we'll have to worry about, but they everybody's going to double down on him. That's definitely a ganged up one. Meanwhile, the Flash is going to keep the Pyromaniac. Ipana comes up with a super, and Ipana, oh boy, this could be something that Ipana can happen because Tom's on the Spider is only 1 HP left. The Mac has got to make this clutch happen. He's got a nail play. He's going to bring that out, and that's a good distraction. Already the Jaeger wins back all the way on the side of it. Atlantis for the get. See Banda who clutch for Phoenix. once again, an amazing throw comes out from the. But then again, do not forget the fact that there's another penalty coming up. A Pyromaniac is going to shut down the carry rocket. This match going on. Pyromaniac is going to find another try. That's Adam on the board. Coming back to what I was saying from the looks of it, the way the match is going on. Optica is not going to find Spidey. That's a nice refrag. In fact, Pyromaniac will have to make sure he gets that frag on. Optica creeping up on behind him right now. He doesn't know that they're not looking at each other, but he's going to be the first one who finds him. And Pyromaniac gets that frag. I don't think Dormite knows that he's going to go for a white tree, but he's already a dead Dormite that he's moving here. Or he's making his way through the blue split. He's going to find Ricky and movement on. Yes, he will. The quad kill comes in from Pyromaniac on the side of the Peacemakers. And the man has definitely been fragged, man. But the Rattler on some days is just not feeling it. But meanwhile, Invalid's going to find a nice frag. It's going to get them a shutdown very early in the round. Cash will be watching the flank, and Invalid's going to claim the life of Havox. That is with the C4. The Pulse comes alive, and Invalid does a real possibly making his way up. He's not going to spot him, and Pulse and another kill. 3K for the Pulse so far. Every here, somebody creeping up on him. The IQ takes a lot of shots, and a headshot from him. Invalid comes up with the headshot on the cast and the quad kill. The last frag is waiting for him, and yes, it will. Invalid, the ace from Zoo Sabres, is going to secure round 11 for them, and that does also give them a huge breather.
And a first end up, but Ivana goes for the Walton and will be taken out. That is Pyromaniac on the board. That's a hard reach down for the side of the attack. Spider taking a bit of damage as well. There's a push in from the bathroom. Heck, and more shots are being exchanged, but no, the sledge goes down as well. As does the Nomad! Lord Bane, what are you doing? He's throwing the tables upside down for TPM. And again, he's gonna connect onto the Zofia. And the last kill is confirmed as well. Did he ace right there? Was that Lord Bane's ace? Indeed. Find that yes, he will let the double kill for Rats right now. There's another defender set off. Just crash on fire. That's the side of the fight. That's the mid right now. Will get this throw on Rats. He's moving around quite a lot. Trying to put the fusion cell, and there we go. He will find the triple kill on the spot. But there's just one more left. That's Poseidon directly on the block. This is customs. Number 5, yes, gonna go down. That's Ghosty, but no, the kill is here from the man himself. Last 4 kills down. For the win, he gets taken out, but the Remat is like just appropriate, right? Marco goes down in front of the Tatsu right outside. That is Poseidon, but he's going to get that frag onto Woods. It's a 1 versus 4 now. The Doc versus the Tatsu. He's going to move the longer. Okay. He's going to move the counter to the frag. He's actually outside. He might get this. Oh no, he won't. He's got to get out the flank. Look at that. 200 IQ. He's coming in from Ghosty inside. That should have worked, but just not enough time to work to react to the flank.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
Very ballsy revive, but Rovnex is here with cover for King Arthur. But there's a bandage to find the kill onto the IQ. And he's going to find another one. Will he find the third? Sophia's inside of logistics right now. And yes, the kill is confirmed. A triple kill for Vinitaus. As Marksman is going to find fun in the meanwhile. But I believe that was the fusion drop inside of construction. And Vinitaus is just going to be holding down for the meanwhile. It's a 3v2. All done the Marksman at play against Leo Tazia and Vinitaus. Oh, the shots are fired, and the Nomad will go down to a quad kill by Venetaus, and more shots are being fired. I believe that's Umai fighting the Hibana, so I have an idea at least. And the Bandit should go for the speak any second. Oh, yes, he will, and the kill is confirmed! Venetaus with the ace for Sage Elite. The man really came alive in this round. And
Here because he's exposed on one angle, which is quite surprising. It's quite impressive to see, and whoa, that's a really great shot there from Extend taking out Hussein. The pings are being spot on, and the push is coming in from the Nomad, and he'll eventually get the head of Wamai, and he will eventually get a double kill. Going with Micro C4, he can be able to use it once from surprise, but it doesn't work out. Abid, triple kill. He is on a roll here, but he won't be that much because he is the only operator remaining currently, and he needs to clutch this one out on a one-in-two situation. He still needs to know that there are two players who's currently situated from the bakery. He sees the head, and he'll eventually take a vid and gets a quad kill.
Seconds to go.
It's just Noctis remaining here. Angles being opened up. He doesn't know exactly where the location is. Pins being found out from Nomad. He still needs to be careful. He has to go for the frag. Goes to the vault in, sees the head of Echo, and he will get it! Action with the ace, and they will win round 6. Has almost walked over.
will be more than happy to take that kill. Ball still scanning away more than enough himself for his team. That's gonna fire from below. Taking down so much damage is down. And will the kill be confirmed any second? Now the heartbeat scanner comes out. He's gonna see the slow movement, and the kill should be confirmed. Not quite. Spaceman, you're very close to taking the Ash out, and if Seeking Donut goes down now, then Darkness Esports will be in a back position, but shots are fired from Diego. What a headshot from Spaceman! He's gonna confirm while the reverb is coming off. 3, will it be spotted on the side? Shots are fired, but no, the UMP will win. Hector's in his position, and the Thermite seems to peak. There we go. The kill is confirmed. It's all down to Kaid. Mischief in less than 50 seconds remaining. Fires off, and Mischief is here on the second floor. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WWE Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultra Gear, in association with AC Zota Gaming and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack, and joining me is, well, nobody in particular outside of Mr. Reborn, our observer and admin for this match, as Foxy has had a little bit of a net disconnection once again. Means all of our viewers are stuck with me for this match. And it's going to be Havox taking on KL11 on the map of Cafe the CFC. Mind you, this is a bit of a revenge match because the last time these two teams faced off was way back in the qualifiers. And that was a match that KL11 won 8-7 on maximum overtime. But the map was Clubhouse. It's Cafe this time, a different map, a different day, and a different match. But is it going to be Havox who take the win? Is it going to be KL11 who continue their run in the TEC League so far? Because KL11 have been one of those teams that have come in pretty strong from the qualifiers. Mind you, KL11 played yesterday against the Peacemakers. Didn't have a great day. Peacemakers won that 7-4, while the side of Havox played against Sangford Esports yesterday. And there was a little bit of an issue back there with Moss and whatnot. So that, of course, was updated later on. As now, Havox are coming back here. They had a pretty good game in terms of their round potential. But at the end of the day, some other factors caused them to not have a great day. KL11 and Havox are going to be looking to put their matches on board today, this match on board today for that matter, to give themselves a good launching pad into week 2, as the ban phase is already in progress. Of course, Thatcher and Jackal are going to be taken off the board immediately. Fairly standard bans right here. It's actually been a while since I've seen a Jackal ban full on from teams particularly. It's always Thatcher Capitao, Thatcher Monty, and all the like. But Jackal is going to be off the board today, as the first defender ban on the map is going to be the Mira from the side of Havox. Mira and Cafe, definitely a combination that is very deadly for any attacking team to go up against. And Havox are aware of that, of course, as they will be taking that operator off the board. KL11, the last defender ban of the map, as there's a little bit of fun happening in the all chat, of course, as the last defender ban, as the timer ticks down, it is going to be the Valkyrie. Another fairly standard ban of Cafe, primarily because Valk happens to be one of those operators who is pretty powerful, not just on Cafe, of course, on a lot of maps in the, ESL League, Not the, why did I say that? I meant to say competitive Rainbow Six maps, of course. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes from here, as round 1 will be underway very shortly. Let's have a quick look at both of the teams that are on display for all of our viewers today. Teddy Oy, Lynch, Kingslayer, Luxia, and Zam from the side of Havox, while from the side of KL11, it is Skullex, Pusscat, Bot, Mischief, and Deadweight. The Blackbeard is going to be 6-picked in for the Montaigne by Kingslayer, and the Goyo will be brought in place of the Alibi from Mischief. Third floor bar is going to be the site of choice in this match. This revenge match, a very spicy one, is underway. As soon as we load into
It's going to be very exciting to see how this turns out, because Havox happens to be they happen to win, in fact,
Attackers
against
need to locate
KL11,
and
and
defuse as
the
many
way it
bombs
looks
as
like
they
right
can.
now, it could be anybody's game. But going back to Cafe, adds so much more spice to the fact that we've had this map played quite a bit. I've said this before as well. The last match started up, Ancient Esports and VTA, that was Cafe oversaturation of the map. I couldn't even say that. There's so many facets to the map that this offers, and it's okay. It's alright. You can always set up for yourselves, and that's what makes it so much more beautiful. With that being said, we'll be going ahead into this matchup. Mischief, we're playing the Goyo. Alright, a nice application of the operators coming up. Goyo being employed. Very well done indeed. We've got Skullex playing the Mine,
5 seconds
Bot
left.
on the Jaeger, while Deadweight will be playing the Mine. Very interesting. First time
Attackers are
going to make
heading
sure
out to
that
defuse the bomb.
mute comes into play. That means not be a whole lot of information paid off for the attack. But just a second. I have to drop my spectacles. Too much excitement for this match, nothing else. Yeah, that being said, we'll be heading into this match right now. Skullex is actually still very invested into putting his evil eyes down. He's going to make sure that he places them down as well. But we'll be watching this angle from the hot and cold spot that is named after a player, obviously. Kingslayer is actually playing the Blackbeard, alright. I did not have noticed that before. And Gordon playing the Blackbeard, a very good operator on a very good map. Oh, right, look at that play. He's got a very sneaky play from the Blackbeard comes in. I think that was just a bullet that he happened through the panel of the window and through the panel of the barricade as well. Is going to tag up Skullix quite a bit. Skullix is definitely he's going to be scared of what just happened to fire on his booty, but now he's going to fall back and into the side of Freezers. Push is happening from the attack. They're a little scared of Mr. playing very close. He's got the Goyo shield, I believe. No, that's just the Vector up close. Very destructive as a gun. You don't really want that to happen. Let's see how things turn out though. A drop down from this is already happened. Be firing away, but nothing he's converted so far. He's just gonna have to fall back eventually though, and he will be doing exactly that. There's not much head that we're getting to see from either of these teams. In fact, they're still gonna be holding strong. Let's see if such conversion happens to come up or not. Teddy, you are watching from Skylight. Very patient. In fact, we've seen quite the discipline that from all these players have developed over the time. But let's see how that turns out. We'll be seeing Lakshya go for the speed. Oh, he might as well get a frag. No, he's not going to do that. As a Maestro Cams will be watching that drop down from the Zofia happened already. She was actually down below for the C4. He might go for it. C4 comes in, but that's a little too late. It's not going to connect. Oh, the head almost spawned, and yes, it will be. Teddy with an amazing frag on the bot. Bot not knowing exactly where that Hibana was playing. Yeah. We've got double our breachers on board for the side of the attack. That's insurance from Havox. I'm not going to lie. Too much emphasis on knowing that. Azreal, the way Havox plays, they love to take gunfights. So I can only assume that the only reason to have a double R breacher is that if one of them dies in a gunfight that they were not supposed to take, will be always at the other one. Well, at least other than Zam is going to get a kill off of the Goyo shield. In fact, very interesting. That's Skullix who takes the fall.
Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
The plan wait, the plan has already gone down. I did not notice that myself. We'll be seeing that. Wait, he's going to be holding this angle.
Oh dear. In the meanwhile, of course, in the post-plan situation, it's a 3 versus 2 right now, all down to Mischief and Deadweight, the last two defenders remaining, as Teddy Lynch and Zam looks poised to take this round for the side of Havox. There was the run-up from Mischief, but he's been found. It's a 1v3 for Deadweight. Will he find the Zofia? At the very least, he's going to go for the peek. He will find one. That's a headshot, but the time is taken away. He has to find the other two. He sees one inside a cold room right now. That is Teddy the Hibana, but he's also pulled back into cover. Deadweight, the last man standing, and he will not be getting any more kills in this round. The clutch is not his, unfortunately, as Teddy will gladly finish things off for the side of Havox on the attack right now. And that is going to give Havox their first round on board. A very good opening round from them, getting the plant off while distracting the defenders with the push from Piano. This giving them the first round on board on attack. But that, of course, leaves the third floor bar site open for the side of the defenders, as KL11 not off to a great start, of course, but they can come back from this, as we've seen them do a lot better than come back, from a lot worse than this before back in the qualifiers. Will they be able to? That is the question we're here to answer. Bar and Cocktail Lounge will be the side of choice, as Lynch is going to go for the 6th pick out of the Thermite into the Nomad. As of course, only the first round has come out on board on the side of both these teams, so nothing too special happening in the vicinity for the while.
Defenders,
again,
protect your bombs
just
from
one
being
round
defused
in,
by attackers.
nothing much can happen with only one round. It needs to go on for a few more rounds before we actually have a scope of which team could potentially have a chance of winning, which team could come out on top, or all of the other questions that come in with the standard round of Rainbow Six Siege.
Attackers have
Impact's
located
coming
the
in from
bomb.
Bullscat, of course, the Legion making those rotates in important places. Skullix in the meanwhile with the Maestro Bailiff, going to be making some lines of sight, and a teeny tiny rotate here inside of the third floor bathroom, as the Goya shields are going to be in play this time on Dark Spot once again. They were in play last time as well. Deadweight, the Wamai, was playing up behind there,
5 seconds
but
to go.
Unfortunately he wasn't able to hold for too long, as the ADSs and his magnets were burnt out from the side of the attack, giving them enough room to work with to take out that Goya shield, forcing Deadweight out of the side of Dark Spot. He's got a couple actually, one watching his White Stairs window, one watching the entry from Piano on towards the Dark Spot, and those peaks, of course, are very important for any defender to hold. And Pusscat, that's a cheeky peek right there. But will he find somebody? He sees the Nomad, he's gonna go for the head. Yes, he will! Lynch, unfortunately, not being able to see where the Legion is playing, and Pusscat will be the man to take that kill. The Legion gets the first one, and a very important one. The Nomad is off the board. That's a lot of map control that the side of the attack Havox will no longer have. One air jab did go off. We did hear it going off. But still, that's only 1 out of 3. The map potential, the map
Attackers
control
recover the
potential, and the
diffuser.
run-out denial potential, for that matter, cut down by 2/3. Some quick math right there for... I'm just joking, of course. Mischief holding down towards the side of a cigar shop with Deadweight behind him, watching piano window. Well, not quite. I think that's a Blackbeard who is currently pushing up towards the piano window. Yes, he is, and he's going to find the goal anytime. Now the shot's going to be fired, but no, Kingston's going to go down to the Jaeger instead. That is a bot from below. I think that may have been a run out, or at the very least, the White Stairs door that he peeked through as a flashbang is actually a concussor that's going to find Mischief, and there we go. The kill is confirmed by the operator. That's the ideal Lucia getting that kill. From the red stairs right now, Zofia is pushing towards the side of the cigar shop, and he's going to be holding this down as Bot is holding down towards the side of, I believe that's just below Skylight. Deadweight on Cigar Lounge. He's still on the dark spot, but once again, I don't think the attackers are going to be going towards him for the time being, as the Skylex is going to go on his Evil Eye to give intel to the side of his defending friends. Evil Eye is actually doing a bit of damage, and there comes in Bot to chime in with a couple. That's a triple kill for Bot, and that's Zam off the board, along with Luxia, leaving Tedioy, the Hibana, with the diffuser, the last man standing, with about 60 seconds remaining for him. But no, he's going to go for the peek, and Bot's going to win that fight. And that is Tedioy off the board. The last man going to go down. A quad kill from the Jaeger will secure the round for the side of KL11. And a beautiful play from the man, the Bot, as he's definitely not a bot, that's for sure. And a beautiful round from the side of the defense. KL11 take round 2. Round 3 is going to be in play. 1-1 is the scoreline right here between both the teams, as Reading Room and Fireplace Hall on the second floor is going to be the side of choice from the side of the defenders. Kingslayer with the 6th pick out of the Twitch. Into whatever his team desires, of course, is just up. There we go, the Montana, right out of a GIGN operator into another GIGN operator. Nope, never mind. He's going to go into the Gridlock instead, deciding, all right, the Track Stingers with the smokes is definitely a better combination than a shield with the smoke in this situation. At least that's what Havox seems to be implying with
Attackers
this
need to
sick
locate
pick
and
right here.
defuse bombs.
At least that's what Kingslayer seems to be implying, for the matter. As Reading Room is, as of course Foxy and I were discussing in the previous match of the 5 Kings of Azreal versus Instinct. There was this is a site that's pretty much become a common site to see, even as an opening site or a second go-to site for teams playing cafe, as the second floor hold of the third floor hold, excuse me, is what really matters here, because these vertical lines of sight are very important for planters for cover and for the defenders to take out a planter who has made his way towards the side of Reading Room.
10 seconds left.
And on the other hand, of course, for the attackers, they're pretty important because they get the third floor. That's a lot of area that they can use against the defenders,
are
and
heading out
in
to
some
defuse
cases
a bomb.
the defenders who have made vertical lines of sight to try and play from the third floor against that team. And Havox are going to be aware of that, of course. They're going to be trying to make use of that particular facet of the Reading Room site. Fireplace, of course, doesn't have as many vertical lines of sight as it has horizontal play from the White Stairs area and from inside of Reading Room itself, with those foothold lines of sight that we normally see. But there's Tedioy with a real quick reach right here on towards the pillar wall of the Reading Room door. That wall, of course, is really reinforced and going to be breached open. That's actually a rotating breach that the Hibana was able to make, and he's got a drone in this area watching pillars for him. He's got to be careful of the Heaven balcony, though, as Luxia's taking a bit of damage. That might have been, yep, that is in fact Bot with the SMG-11. Unfortunately, wasn't able to connect with the head, excuse me, as he's gonna pull back for the time being. Air jabs are going out on towards the side of Skylight from the Nomad, as the push is going to come in any second now from the side of this attack. Look at their floor. Postcast, the man holding up there. He's got to be careful, mind you. There is, I believe, Skylex, the Maestro, with him on the eastern side of the map. That is a pretty hefty defense right now. Yep, that is in fact the Maestro. As Lynch is going to be going for the upside down rappel. No, he's going to pull back up instead. Decides against that, as you don't really want to take the Maestro's Alda in a 1v1 fight. You know, it's not a chance, it's not a match you probably are going to be walking out of. While Puskat, is he? Oh, he's actually inside of White on the planks right there, not on the corridor, as the air jabs are going to be catching utilities coming in from the side of the attack, as gunshots will be exchanged any second now. And there we go. Teddy is actually going to find one, and the Therma's going to find another. That's the smoke off the board. Luxia with that kill onto Bot, and suddenly Reading Room is looking a little clear, but Skullux has found Zam. In the meanwhile, that's the IQ down. There's still the Gridlock above, and Luxia's pushed into its side. He's not the man with the diffuser, mind you. So he's just gonna have to take cover and get those frags. Meanwhile, Kingslayer is inside of Cold Room. And those guys going for a bit of a flank, and there we go. He will find him. That is another one off the board. It's a 3 versus 3. Man count has been equalized, but push towards side is slowly coming in from the side of the attacker. Stadio's taking a bit of damage. He's going to be going for the plant. As Skellex has found one more. That's Luxia. The plant was a bait. But he's not going to be finding anyone. But he's right at that rotate reset he made, of course. And Puskat dropping on the pillars, taking a bit of damage from the Nomad. And there's the Ivana to kill him. And that's the kill secured as the Maestro went down. Oh, wait, never mind. The Maestro did not go down. The planter went off. And that was actually the last kill confirmed, I think. Yeah, the diffuser was dropped. All right. I was unaware of exactly what was happening there. So many kills being dropped, so I do apologize for not keeping up with my commentary. But round 3 is going to be going in favor of the side of KL11, as 2-1 is the scoreline. They've taken the lead in the early game right here. But early lead in the early game is one thing. They're going to have to make sure that they keep taking the lead. Because, again, harkening back to the game on qualifiers between KL11 and Havox, it was a very close game indeed. The leads were taken from both sides. It was a back and forth. Eventually, of course, at maximum overtime, KL11 did take the match. But will they be able to do that? Will they have to go to maximum overtime again? They would definitely not like to. Even though I know that all of our viewers would like to see maximum overtime, that means the game has truly reached its apex point of coming close. And
Defenders, protect your
right now,
bombs from being
it's
defused
just
by
round 4.
attackers.
We're a long way away from maximum overtime, of course. And Kitchen is going to be the type of choice for the defense. KL11 with dead weight coming in, one towards the big bakery wall, one towards the red carpet hall. As the site hold is going to pretty much be a little off site, one a little bit towards Big Bakery, a little bit towards Coach Check, and a little bit towards the VIP area on the eastern end of the map. It's a fairly standard hold. We've seen this come out from teams before, but Skellex is reinforcing the garage wall, as of course Cold Room will have a rotate in it. It's going to make sure that all of those angles are cut off on the side of the attack. And Havox in the meanwhile,
left.
they're going to be looking at this. They're going to be thinking, all right, this is how we need to push. We have our hard breachers, we have our soft breachers, we've got our utility denial, we've got everything we need. All we need to do is coordinate and get in there. But then again, KL11, they're probably thinking the same. They need to coordinate and stop the push from the side of the attack. Joy shields are going to be going off all over the place, along with, of course, Castle Barricades. Okay, interesting. No rotates being made just yet towards the side of Cold Room. The wall is soft, mind you. They could definitely make the rotate, but I don't think anybody's there for now. No mischief is here with the Super Shorty to make that rotate. Small Bakery being droned out, and there we go. Deadway's been spotted, playing the Harry Potter spot on the right stairs. He's pulled back towards Coach Check for the time as the Hibana's trying to push in. Flashbangs are coming in, but there's bot here on this. Do you not see? Oh, I can actually see the hole being made there. That's Hibana, but Deadweight is actually stopping the push happening, the Hibana's push, and there goes the Hibana inside a small bakery. That is the castle to get that kill. Unfortunate for the side of Havoc, but they've lost a pretty big operator early. One of their hard breachers is down, and Zam's found Skellex in the meanwhile. The Goyo has gone down, but what they need to really, one of the operators they need to get is bot here inside of Big Bakery. He's safe for the time being. There's a foothold that he needs to be aware of inside of Big Bakery. But he's on the second floor, making some vertical lens attack for himself as he's trying to find where this castle is playing. He sees the rotate into sight. This could be an angle that works against the defenders, but they're smart enough to avoid going in that general direction. As a Deadweight, the Legion playing inside of Coach Check, he's got to be careful as well. Lynch in the meanwhile, he's going to be supporting. Look, the other pushes in, but bot is safe behind that kill. And he's going to push up now, but no, he's going to come back. Barely avoiding all the shots coming towards him, as the man is doing a good job of distracting the attackers. But there is the Ash to take the kill onto the Legion, and he's going to get refragged onto instantly by the castle. Shots are in, and it's a 3 versus 3 right now between both of these teams. As Sophia's pushed in, is bot aware of this? I think he is, but no, the peek comes in, and he's going to get his head taken off. It's a 3 versus 2, pushing in towards side from the side of Havox. It's all down to the last two defenders, Mischief and Pusscat, as the Castle and the Wamai have to try and do something about the situation they found themselves in. The plant will be coming in any second now from the side of Lynx. The Thermite is going to do a breach first. He's got plenty of time to do that, and then some. As the breach will happen, the hard breach towards kitchen cooking, and the plant is pretty much secured, well, at least for now. Again, if an attacker goes down in this situation, the plant will no longer be secured. Mischief has been spotted playing towards the main corridor right now. He's going to go in for this peek towards the Big Bakery through the Hibana hole that was made earlier. As meanwhile, Puskat's gonna find one. No, he's damaged Luxia a bit, but he's not gotten the kill just yet. Tonight is coming out from Lynch, and it is being heard at by the castle, of course, as the refrags are not in from the side of KL11. They need to get these. They need to get these frags. Are they aware where the plant is? Actually, I don't think so. And the crossfire from the attackers is beautiful. Puskat's the last man standing. He doesn't know where the thermite is, and he will face the consequences of peeking the wrong way, as Lynch will take that kill onto the last standing defender. And that is going to give Havox round 4 on the side of Kitchen, and is going to equalize the early game round count 2-2, going into round 5 in no one's favor. Round 5 is going to be coming in 2-2 in no one's favor. The match is definitely getting very, very exciting indeed from both of these teams, as everything right now is shaping up to what might be. Excuse me, I lost my thought process right there for a second. But what might become a close game, a repetition of what we had back in the qualifiers, but a repetition only in terms of overtime. That's what I mean to say here, because predicting who's going to win between these two teams is a tough, it's pretty tough.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
The gridlock was
bombs.
6 picked in for the Montaigne by Lynch, of course, and the site is once again third floor bar, as this defensive site has been unlocked for the side of KL11. They won this a couple of rounds ago. It's been long enough that they came back, that they've had between
Bomb
2 rounds of
located by
fast approach, and
attackers.
they're going to be able to come back in the meanwhile. Skullx, once again, the Maestro, making those little, not
Attackers
little,
have
mind you,
located a
but
bomb.
making those lines of sight for himself, and the rest of his team is going to go for that. He's failed again. He's trying to get on the railing. I think he's successful this time. Yes, he is. The Evil Eye comes in on towards the piano wall, and a nice and high up one out of melee range, forcing the attackers to
5 seconds
go
remaining.
and use their assault breach, like projectile assault breach, which of course
Attackers
is probably
are
going to get
heading
caught
out
out
to
by
defuse a
my magnets or Jaeger ADSs, unless they've been burnt out by the flashbangs. Again, the implication on flashbangs and other dispensable projectiles or throwables from the side of attackers is definitely an emphasis, that's been coming out very, what's it called now? Very recently coming out from the side of all the teams. Well, not very recently, of course. The projectile meta. Ooh, okay. There goes the Jaeger. That is the bot of the board from all the way down on Brown Stairs. I don't think he was aware of the Ash pushing in that general direction. And Luxia, with a beautiful peek, is going to get the first kill of the round very early indeed. Bot goes down. That's a pretty influential operator right there, as the Ash is pushing up the white stairs. Not quite. Puskat does hear that, however. He's going to go for a peek on the railing, but he's not going to see anybody, as the Ash is, of course, down here going to be making some vertical lines, vertical plays right here. On towards where the Maestro is probably sitting inside of Cocktail Lounge, but Puskat is holding down the white stairs corridor of the second floor. There is the Super Shorty from the Gridlock that is also going to be in use in this particular situation. As it's a 4 versus 5, still no reflex from the side of the attack. The mute has been spotted, and I don't know if he saw Luxia shown right there, but there's a kill from the Maestro on to Kingsley. The Zofia goes down, but there's a refrag in from the attackers, as Skullx is going to go down. The Maestro going down this early, of course, is a pretty big kill right there, because that means the Evil Eyes are no longer going to be in use outside of just stationary intel devices, no better than deployable cameras, except, of course, they can't be shot out. They need a soft reach utility from the side of the attack. Womai still holding in the dark spot, as the push is... It's not even come towards dark spot yet. It's not even come to piano yet. It's mostly been concentrated on the second floor and towards the side of the cigar shop and the Heaven Hatch Drop area. But here is Luxia, the man on the Ash. He's got a very early kill for the team. Got them off to a great start, pushing up the white stairs. He's completely undetected, holding the white stairs area. Puskat is unaware, neither is the Womai, as the Ash is going to come in slowly and steadily find the mute. No, the mute wins that fight still, as that is a kill for Puskat. He takes a lot of damage, mind you, but he's still alive. Mischief holding down on the second floor. The Goyo with the C4 could be very influential right now, as the push has to come in from the side of Havox any second. Now they have to go for the plant or the frags, because if not, it won't be a good time for them at all. The mute holding down towards Bar. He's going to pull back instead. The drones from Lynch are spotting him, and there is, of course, the marks coming in, which is allowing Zam to go for those peaks. Oh, the peak almost finding the mute. The second time is the charm. And the hash from Skylight is in. The plant is coming in from Teddy. Is the Goyo aware of where the plant is coming down? No, Mischief has no intel whatsoever. He can't go for the C4 throw. He's going to just toss it anyway. But it's not going to find anyone. It's a 2v2 as the Y has found Lynch in the meanwhile. Not Lynch, excuse me, Teddy. The Ibana went down. However, it is Lynch and Zam versus Mischief and Deadweight. It's a 2 versus 2, but will the defenders find where these last two attackers are playing? Both of them towards the eastern end of the map, as it's a situation for sure. The gridlock using the super short use plays vertical, a very smart idea. But the Nomad with the free is gonna find one. Will she find another? Yes, she will! And the man with the kills giving Havox round 5 is Zam. The Nomad's AK, that's as far as I remember, that's a 40-round mag, pre-firing away to glory. Round 5 goes to them, and Havox are going to take the lead right here. It is 3-2 in their favor, going into round 6, the last round, before role swap. Last round before roll swap is in. 3-2 is the score line, and the third floor bar and cocktail lounge will be the site of choice once again from the side of KL11. Their last defensive round, unless of course it goes to overtime. They need to make this count. They need to get it to 3-3 because going on the attack on Cafe on a disadvantage, even if it is by 2 rounds, even if that disadvantage is by 2 rounds, it is a big disadvantage going into attack on the second half of the map. And that is something that both KL11 and Havox will be aware of. Havox will be trying to take this 4-2 into roll swap, but the side of KL11 will be trying to take this 3-3. Their ideal position, of course. Once again, Mitchell with the Goya shields, he's going to be putting them down in important spots. Postcat with the rotates. It's the same hold that we've seen from them so far in this match. But KL11, they need to just buckle up a little bit more so that they can get this match in their hands. Excuse me. In the meanwhile, Postcat, Havox, that is, that's what I meant to say. Havox are, their attack has been pretty splendid so far. They've done well for themselves. They've done good on their attack, and they've so far been challenged, of course. That is pretty much competitive Rainbow Six. Whatever attack or defensive strategy you make and whatever adaptations you make, you will eventually be challenged. That has happened from the side of KL11. But in the last couple of rounds, rounds 4 and 5 have not been enough of a challenge from the side of defense, which has pretty much been what allowed the side of Havox to get these 2 rounds back to back. KL11, of course, back in the qualifiers, I remember Foxy and I, we praised them quite a bit for their ability to make those mid-round, mid-match changes and adaptations, improvisations to their strategies, and they're definitely gonna have to do that going forward from here, especially in this round. Again, the 3-3 scoreline is very important. But the Jaeger once again down all the way on the first floor. He was caught early in the last round, but so far no drones are coming in his direction. He's gonna be aware of where his weak spots are, and he's gonna be holding down accordingly. The Jaeger has to stay alive for his team. Meanwhile, Lynch is already on the red stairs. The man, the Thermite with the diffuser. He's got to hold that down. The Claimer's going to go off. He's got to pull back and sit back and relax for the meanwhile. Shots are going to be exchanged as the push towards piano is slowly being solidified for the side of Havox. They need to get this push in as there's a repellent from Luxia. The Ash in towards the cocktail balcony. This is going to be huge right here as he's just holding down in this general direction for the time being. Again, it's an operator that very hard to hit for that matter, as Prefire is going to come in from the Nomad to try and find where this defender is sitting. Of course, I'm pretty sure Mischief has been droned out. At the very least, they know or have a general idea where the Goyo is sitting, but will they be able to get the kill? Less than 70 seconds remain for the side of the attack as the Goyo is going to go for a play right now. Will he find one? No, Mischief takes a lot of damage as the kills are being traded right now. It's a 4 versus 3 in the favor of the attack. But Hibana's going for a kill chase. He's going to take it down instead. Lynch was going for the plan, but he's going to have to get off it as the shots are being fired. There's less than a few seconds remain. The defuse has been dropped on the match inside of Cold Room. And that is exactly what gives the side of KL11 the victory on the round. The push towards Cold Room from the Thermite was unfortunate for him. He was afraid of getting taken out from a push from the Maestro, but that is exactly what happened. Just not where he was afraid of it happening. That gives KL11 the 3-3 scoreline going into the round 7 roll swap. As ladies and gentlemen, this match is getting a very, very exciting indeed. Round 7 roll swap is in play as Lynch is going to be going for the 6-pick out of the cap can and Mischief out of the Nomad into the Capita. There we go. The smoke is in. Third floor bar is going to be the site of choice. As okay, now it's the mute from the side of Lynch. He went to the smoke temporarily, but then decided, all right, mute is my jam, pun intended. And it's going to be very interesting to see where this match goes from. Yeah, I say that a lot, I'm aware, of course. It's actually striking me how much I say it's going to be very exciting. This match is going to be very, interesting and whatnot. It doesn't pop out as much when I'm casting with Foxy, but now that I'm actually doing this by myself for this match, it's actually kind of hitting my own head how much I say that. I'm pretty sure that some of our viewers have already known that in previous experiences with my casting, but it's just those random observations. As once again, the defensive side hold coming up from the side of Havox are fairly standard. They're actually going to be reinforcing out Cold Room entirely. Zam and Lynch together. Interestingly enough, not deciding to hold down Cold Room with lines of sight. They're going to have footholds instead on the piano wall facing the northwestern balcony of shop. That's the new Heaven Hatch shop, as I like to call it. Meanwhile, the side of the attack bot, okay, very interesting, staring at a wall for a little bit of time on spawn, of course, as they have to, of course, 11 have to get their attack in order as quickly as possible. Kingslayer is actually playing the Mozzie this time around, and he's got all his pets deployed. I don't know if he has any drones yet, but he might go for a runner out of the big bakery door any second now. He's just biding his time, waiting for the intel from the side of the defenders. His bot and Pusscat are pushed up towards the mining room windows. No, not quite. Pusscat's going to be coming down. Instead, he's heard something on the first floor. I believe he has a drone in this area. And Kingstar is going to be pulling back. They're pushing to small big is actually in from the side of the attackers as well. I feel like there was a drone that Kingslayer may have missed, and that is exactly what's given away his position. There's another drone that's found him, of course, inside of kitchen. And the man's got to be very careful. There's the IQ with the G8A1 pre-firing away, stopping him from rotating a particular way towards the red stairs hallway. But there's the Capital, there's a sledge pushing towards kitchen cooking. He could find the Mozzie right now, but the pre-fire gives away his position as the Mozzie is aware of this push coming in. But the sledge just pulled back for the time being. He's going to be rappelling up, leaving the IQ as one of the lone operators to deal with this Australian operator. Zam on the white stairs is here to support, of course. His bot's going to be trying to find, or at the very least, cut off the rotations for the Mozzie towards the side of the red hallway by the red stairs and the VIP area, which is a bit of a longer angle, but it could definitely work. Kingslayer, in the meanwhile, he's got to be careful. His only way out of the side of Cold Room is actually through either bakery or through that VIP lounge that the IQ is holding, because the door faces towards the red carpet hallway. That is why Bot's, of course, holding down that particular area, but he's actually pulled back, deciding instead to hold it from the window towards small bakery. Interesting decision right there, as the Thermite's going to go for the hash drop on a red stairs. Tedior, the Doc, is actually the one holding down Dark Spot this time. Very interesting right there, but it could work out because the Doc, of course, is a massive tank who can take a lot of bullets, a lot of damage, and deal a lot of damage as well. Meanwhile, Boss actually found Kingslayer. Finally, the Mozzie goes down. That little cat and mouse chase is over with. And that the unfortunate victim of that is going to be Kingslayer. Less than 30 seconds remain for the side of K11. Of course, they've only had one frag so far, and they tried to chase out one particular operator, but Dave was actually going to find Teddy. In the meanwhile, the Doc goes down. It's a 5v3 right now, looking very good. Lynch has been down in the meanwhile, as the Heartbreaks are going to go out down, or attempt to go down, towards the side of Cold Room. Pusscat's grenades found one, and there goes the Jaeger. Is the last man standing for the side of the defense, and he's going to go down as well. KL11 with the late push, and a flawless late push for that matter. Catching Havox completely unawares, and the Wamai caught running up the white stairs by the sledge is going to get taken off the board. Round 7 goes to the side of KL11, and they are the ones who are going to take back the lead. 4-3 is the scoreline on round 8, and we're going to be heading back to third floor bar and cocktail lounge from the side of this attacking team right here on the map of Cafe. I'll tell you what, Cafe, of course, is one of those maps that can definitely get very interesting. Although, as you know, Foxy put it, for the little brief moment that we had him on stream, of course, It's a map that we've seen a lot of. It's definitely not the new clubhouse, especially with the auto map ban system coming in. Teams won't be able to play this map on repeat for days on end because now that on day 2 Cafe has been played by
Defenders,
both
protect your bombs from being
by
defused by
all the
attackers.
4 teams that we've had so far, that means Cafe will no longer be in their selection for the 3rd day until of course the auto map ban system gets reset and all maps are unlocked on the 4th day. Similar to how a round rotation works on a standard competitive game of Rainbow Six Siege, you win a defensive site, you have to play 2 more rounds before you can go back to the defensive site. It's a pretty similar idea. It stays in line with the way the round rotation works. So it's just this time with maps, of course. Right now, KL11, they sit in a minuscule lead, a 1-round lead. It's not much of a, it's not a huge differential that they have for themselves, but
5 seconds to go.
it's something. It's at least something. Something is better than nothing. That is what they'll be thinking right now
Attacker's
as they
objective is
want
to
to get
locate
this
a bomb
lead
and defuse it.
extended for themselves. As Havox, in the meanwhile, are going to be doing what they do. They're going to be doing what defending team usually does, and that is, of course, to take out operators left, right, and center. The visual playing on the laundry room. He's got to be careful, mind you, because again, the second floor push is going to come in from the side of KL11 on the attack. There's an IQ in play that is bought. And the last time we all remember what happened to Kingslayer, the man who was playing the Mozzie, who's actually gone onto the dock this time. Teddy, the man who was playing the dock, is on the Bandit. That was the 6th pick out of the Frost in, of course, the 6th pick phase. RD Scanner comes out from bot. He's going to be trying to find where this Vigil's playing, where the defender utilities are, of course. And that's going to be pretty important. The IQ, a pretty important operator in modern
Attackers have
days.
located a bomb.
As flashbangs are coming in from the skylight, Luxia was temporarily flashed, at least a little bit. He's going to be going for a head. Not quite. Pre-fires are in, but no, nobody finds each other's heads. As Puskat the Sledge, he tried to go for a cheeky angle right there. So did Luxia, but no kills being
bomb
confirmed
has
as
been
David
located.
moved in to get the heartbreach done on towards the wall of Piano. Piano push is going to come in from the side of KL11 just a little earlier than they did last time. They don't, of course, have to worry about... actually, Puskat with the 1-tap onto Kingslayer. Where did that come out of? The Whiskey Window Repel. That's where it came out of. That is your dock-on-dock spot off the board. A huge kill right there. And a very early one as well compared to where they were in the last round. Zam's coming to replace the dock at the very least for the time being, but the SMG-11 is definitely not a good substitute for the... Nope, there we go. Deb is actually going to find Luxia in the meanwhile. That is your Jaeger of the board, probably from the 2nd floor, as the smoke, the only one holding down Dark Spot and White Powder at the same time. He's got to be careful, of the push from Piano. Lynch has found Puskat in the meanwhile. That is your Sledge of the board, and the Vigil is coming into play. Teddy, Lynch, and Zam are what remains, but no, there goes Zam. That is one more of the board. The smoke goes down. It's a 4 versus 2. KL11 looks strong to take this round, but will they be able to? Cold room being held down by Lynch. He's looking towards the bathroom hallway, and that is, of course, a good side to be holding as Teddy has got his back towards the side of Bot, but there's Bot who's already inside. He's going to go for the cold room push, but is he aware? No, he's not. Lynch is going to get that kill. It's a double for him. It's a 3 versus 2 right now. And KL11, they've just lost a man to an unfortunate misplay, but there goes the Bandit. Teddy goes down. Scullix for that kill. It's all down to Lynch, the last man standing in a 1v3. The plant should come down from the side of Deadweight the Thermite, but of course he's got to push through either Cold Room or Cigar Shop, either of which could be peaked right now by Lynch, but he's got another attacker to deal with. The plant is coming down from the Thermite. It looks like it might be a post plant. No, it actually won't be, because there is the Zofia Mischief holding down towards the side of the 3rd floor bar door facing Cocktail Lounge, finds the visual, gets the kill. KL11 with the round. Round 8 goes to them. They're extending their lead even farther, 5-3 on to round 9.
KL11 definitely coming alive with the attack here, and more importantly, it's been the revenge for them. And hello there, Blackjack. We'll be seeing ourselves heading into round 9.
Hello there.
And we'll be seeing ourselves heading into round 9, and a very good, I would say the nervousness is being felt on the side of Havox right now. The way the defense happened to fall apart one by one, and KL11 very intelligent to get those singular picks. In fact, right into place, they made sure that they got those right in time, and just warming up to the feel of joining the match bid game, nothing else. But yes, obviously I've been following the match as I was from my phone. Obviously, I was just making sure I didn't stay off track, and I'm not. In fact, KL11, the revenge match for them is definitely turning out to be an Absolutely amazing. Wait, what just happened?
Attackers
Did I
have
lag
discovered
out?
the location of a bomb.
Not quite. I don't know if I don't know how the stream's catching. Actually, never mind. I'll come back to that.
See, whatever
Locate the
you
bomb.
hear me, same way the streams are actually going to hear me. It's not the. I'm not the host anymore, so that's how it works now. But yeah, I hope that was not very. I hope that was not very uncomfortable. Whatever happened on my end. That's all I can say right now.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
yeah, going ahead, we'll be seeing the GA versus Command. Let's see
5 seconds left.
We've got Kingslayer playing the Jaeger once again. Lynch will be on the dock, and
Attackers' objective
a
is to
good
defuse the
lineup in
bomb.
terms of how you want to hold down Kitchen. But KL11 has been added, and they're bringing all guns alive. They've had a very methodical push that I love to see from KL11. This has been the case, man. KL11 happened to lose yesterday against the Peacemakers. Yeah, that is the Peacemakers they lost against. And also a very sad victory, sad loss for KL11 because I was expecting them to go in hard with
Attackers'
the way
bomb
things
diffuser
pan
has
out,
been
you know.
dropped.
I did not want them to be
Attackers
advanced
recovered the
Esports, but
diffuser.
looks like today they're proving me wrong once again. Really good that the play that they've been putting out so far, and we might as well see something come out from the side of Havox. Not yet. I mean, I don't want to give up on Havox right now. They've shown some amazing promise as well. And Sledge, I think he's going onto the third floor breach. That is with the sledgehammer, obviously. There you go, Puscat on the drones. He's going to make sure that he has himself been up into. Oh, the YP gets noticed by the thermite. Got to be careful. If he happens to lose this fight, that's your only hard breacher off the board. Very important kill that the Jaeger will have to convert on, but Deadwood is otherwise more intelligent and understand why not peak. But look at this. The drop down from IQ is going to get caught up by Luxia. I'm not sure where the man was playing, but Spot drones coming in, they did not have to catch where the bandit was playing, and that is one out of a sneaky play that the bandit just pulled off, and a very important one as well. Interesting. The bandit not being on site, going to go for the bandit trick. That is something I don't think the attacker expected as well. He's getting tagged along quite a bit here. Drones coming in, we're seeing Mischief hold down from downstairs. He's going to make sure that a possible push up will stop from the bandit, but I think there's a lag moment for everybody here. Is that? Yeah, no, just can we quickly press the tab button for a second, Mr. Reborn? There you go. Alright, a quick look at the scoreboard as well. Not at
Holy moly! Yep.
Oh, that
yep,
is so
there he
sad
goes.
for the castle.
Yeah.
There you go. Teddy away. He has 8k ping, yeah. 8k ping. Alright. One of planet that he's bought his connection from, but I don't think I'm the one who's supposed to be making connection jokes right now. We're seeing another kill come out from Luxia. That's a bandit coming alive once again. And KL11 not exactly having a great day right now. Mischief and Deadweight is all that is left for them. Mischief is going to take the fall from the bandit once again. Alrighty, and quite the play from bandit here. The one bandit that they did not pinpoint down to, and it's really costing them fighting them in the back. It's all under Deadweight now. The thermite, the lone
15 seconds
survivor
left.
on the side of the attack. 10 seconds left. They really can't make anything happen. Even the push
10
comes
seconds
in.
to
There's
go.
3 defenders very angry, waiting very patiently on side as well. Gonna
5
push up,
seconds
but the
remaining.
bandit's already fallen down side. He does not know that obviously 2 seconds left. He's gonna save his gun.
Operators, you have run out of
He's
time.
gonna save time at least. We'll be seeing Havox come out with a round 9 victory, and we'll be going into rehost. A quick tab button, please, Mr. Rebound, before you go into the rehost. There we go. We're taking the stats in nice and easy, and rehost will be underway. Don't go anywhere, people. We'll be right back. Continuing the score from 5-4, where the rehost is definitely not going to affect the scoreline of the round count. 5-4 will be right back. 1 round away from going to match point, and 1 round away from the defense to bring in the equalizer. Reborn.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Havox and KL11. 5-4 is the scoreline going into round 10. We are back from the Rios, of course, as third floor bar will be the site of choice from the defending team right now, as they definitely need to get this one more round to equalize. But equalizing is, of course, not enough. 5-5 going to round 11 means that either one team will go to match point, and then it's either going to be overtime or victory. Once again, for all of our viewers who are just joining us with this match, KL11 and Havox have, of course, played before. That was back in the qualifiers on the map of Clubhouse. And that was a match taken by KL11 on maximum overtime. And so far, this match looks like it is definitely shaping up to go overtime. Whether or not we'll go all the way to round 15 is the question that remains to be seen. Third floor bar is the side of choice right here, as the standard holds coming out from the side of Havoc. They did try to defend, they did try and win to defend Kitchen, mind you, as this particular site hold, not exactly something that has worked out for them before. KL11, they managed to win third floor bar twice, round 7 and 8. Round 9 was what went to Havox. And of course, there was a bit of a disconnect right there from the side of, from the teams right there, so which is what caused us to go into Rihos, but right now, coming back from it and coming back strong, hopefully, for all the teams, all the players on the board. Action phase is in play, and of course, we all know what K11s are about to do. They are going to take their droning and take their utility and try and use it as effectively and as efficiently as possible. The alibi is in play this time, mind you, not the Maestro. Zam is playing the Italian roamer. Not really alibi can be used in a lot of roles, particularly speaking, as Zam is going to be playing an alibi. Meanwhile, Bot, the IQ, already holding towards the side of a first floor small bakery window. Looks here. He's the man downstairs, the visual, of course, but he's going to come back instead towards the white stairs. Halfway up the white stairs from first floor, he's going to do a little brief fire towards the garage wall, but not going to find anybody just yet. Skullex does a little bit of parkour right there. Nicely done. Goes on towards that little balcony ledge on the eastern end of Cafe, just aside of Cocktail Lounge, the Cocktail Lounge windows right there, which could mean that there may be an east of hell push from the side of the attack. The flashman is coming in the meanwhile. 2 is from the side of 3 from the side of the anymore. No, 3 from the side of the skylight. As Gorshal has been popped as well. Zam is taking a bit of damage. Not really sure where that one came out of, but he's not down yet. That's what's gonna matter for the side of Havoc. It's a 5v5 going into the minute 40 mark of the round. Hedior and Zam, both of them holding on a piano. Zam himself, of course, inside of a cigar lounge. This looks like there's a little bit of an issue by being brought up by Mischief right here. On towards the alibi, as there we go. It's going to be taken care of by Tedio himself. He's going to take Zam off the board. That's unfortunate for the side of Havox, but it had to be done since the issue was raised by KL11. Nothing could be done in that situation. Doc still alone on the piano. He could be taken out. The marks are in, but no, he's still alive. He's going to find the sledge. No, he's not even aware of where the sledge is shooting from, but he's still going to get that. What? Pusscat, how do you miss that? The Doc is alive, but no, the vault is exactly what gives him away, and Skullex will take that kill. 3 vs 4, excuse me, right now for the side of Havox. Not in a great position, mind you, but there's the vigil to get a kill onto Skullex. He's going to be holding down on the piano right now as it's a 3v3. The thermite is going to be reaching the piano wall in the meanwhile. Lexia playing very close, and he's actually going to go for the peak when the drone spotted him. Will the thermite see it? No, he's going to still get taken out. That's the diffuser drop on red stairs. Kingslayer's on the mining room as well on the second floor, which means the diffuser is being guarded as the push has to come in. Bot's going to come in towards the white corridor. So many shots fired, but still not taken out. He's going to push in towards some cocktail on the aware of Diego. Yes, he is. He's going to see him. But no, he's still gonna get the kill. He will get that kill finally, as the JD1 expends all of its ammo for that. But less than 12 seconds remain for the side of the attack. KL11 have to go get the diffuser, as Kingslayer and the Vigil are what remains for the side of the... Nope, it's only Kingslayer who remains for the side of the attack. There's D4 in play, but no, he's gonna find it, but the kill has to be confirmed. They don't know where the Goyo is!
You are out of time.
And the diffuser drop earlier in the round is exactly what comes back to bite the side of KL11 in the back. And that is going to give Havox another round on board. Round 10 goes to them. The round count is equalized 5-5. As unfortunately, Luxia has had a bit of a disconnect. Oh.
Yep, they've definitely used up their Rio. So he's actually returned right in time. Look at that. The entry from the back. That's very well timed, in fact.
Indeed.
Let's say is going to come back, and God saved us, is what Lynn says. Definitely, the internet gods are nobody's favorite today. I've got to give them that. And not just sitting out of this game, but actually, I'm not going to complete that sentence. But going ahead, a Castle will get through the 6th pick, as Luxia happened to get a default pick onto the Capcan. Very obvious. You know, actually, Capcan is not even a bad operator at this point. You've seen teams, they try to be unpredictable. They love to play Captain. And we've seen an amazing comeback from Havox. Like I said before, I happened to get go off onto the ruin. The fact that Havox can still make the comeback happen, and they did exactly that. Havox does not want KL11 to walk away with this sweet revenge, at least
attackers have located a bomb.
See how things go ahead. And it's round 11 will be underway. 5-5 is the scoreline indeed. Yeah. So we'll be seeing Mischief bring out the sledge this time around. First cat will not be on the sledge very obviously, because the last round went for him. Kingslayer on the Vigil. It's like the side of the Havox really loves to play Vigil.
Attackers' objective is to defuse the bomb.
Everybody except Zam. No, actually, except Lynch. Everybody's played Vigil so far. Kingslayer will be the one this time around on that though. Going ahead, let's see how things turn out for them. We're seeing the push happening from the side of the attackers on the southwest side of the entirety of the map. While Kingslayer, like I said, is being very ecstatic. They've got the hold down on... looks like there's a castle barricade being demanded. I'm not sure what the balance is requesting for TEC. The second going to be downstairs. That means the reading room and fireplace. The castle barricade actually will get onto the double door of finding. It's very interesting. Quite a bizarre setup, but I wouldn't really say it's different, that's all. It's not essentially good or bad at this point, because you have to make some changes and adaptations on the fly to just and try and counter the opponents, and that is exactly what we're seeing both of these teams do. And that's why the match has been so close, so much of a to and fro scoreline that we're getting to see. Round 11, this is the testing round for both of them. Whoever wins this goes to match point, and sitting on match point is very comforting. It's very comforting, definitely, but the way this will turn out though, both of these teams will be having the most important round of the match today. In fact, once this round happens to transpire, that is round 12 will have one of the teams on 6-5 on 6, that is the advantage, and the other one will be on 5. That means the losing team will have to bring in the equalizer, while the winning one will have to get another round on board. The round ones, as Blackjack likes to call it. You win one, you take this match. You lose one, it'll go to overtime. And see, that's the case or not. The Vigil holding down very vigilant. In fact, first Captain is going to find a kill on the Zam. Still staying strong. There's 2 more defenders, I believe, who are playing upstairs. There you go. The castle, he's going to fall back and drop the hatch. The Vigil is all that is left. Being very sneaky peeky. He's going to fall back as well. Very wise decision from him. He's wasted more than enough time, in fact, under the top road. The top of control will now obviously be given away to KL11. Still have the sledge alive. Got to come up with some damage stuff being done. The soft breach and whatnot. It only sense to see if the defense will be able to give away with this. The C4 does not connect from TEC. It's a 10 though. But Mischief knows better. He knows exactly what he has to walk away. He'll be doing exactly that. First cat, going down the Zofia, but TEC has actually taken quite a lot of damage. I'm not sure where that came in from. The Nomad, on top of the hatch. Looks like they want to go for a fireplace there, but the way the shot is done, I don't know. TEC is going to pick up the frag, pick up rounds. Oh, second he gets one. That's another round. That's another kill on board. I'm not sure from where.
15 seconds left.
He did get the refrag in 15 seconds left, and now the plan has got to come out towards his 3 rounds of
10
it.
seconds
The
left.
line got to blow. While he loaded, Wade comes up with the team kill it out in the worst time possible. And that's the shutdown from Lux here. Havox will win round 11, and that is going to put them on match point. And 3 rounds consecutively that they've won so far is absolute dominance that we've seen from Havox right now. Not only do they have made the comeback, but right now they're still on match point.
Match point has been secured by Havox. A little bit of a comeback in these last 3 rounds, taking back the lead and going to match point first. KL11, they are now caught in, as Foxy of course called it out, the round of ones. 1 round required for the side of Havox to win, and 1 round for the side of KL11 to push for match point. First floor kitchen is going to be the site of choice right here. And mind you, first floor kitchen back on round 9 was the side that Havox managed to win. Pussycat's going to go out of the Zofia into the Zofia, a 200 IQ play right there, as the Vigil... double 200 IQ plays right here from both the teams. Of course, the Vigil 6th pick ticket was taken just
Defenders,
a little bit
protect your
too
bombs
late
from being
from
defused by
the
attackers.
defenders. That was Luxia right there. And he's going to be stuck with that operator for the while. So, yeah, just some fun and memes happening in the meanwhile, as we're going to have First Kitchen as a site of choice. Kitchen cooking and kitchen service, otherwise a site that both myself and Foxy
Attackers have
compete for
located a bomb.
kitchen and service entrance, but that's the site on coastline, so, I digress. Castle's gonna be in play, making some rotations on towards small bakery, single rotation wall right there, single reinforcement or single soft wall, depends on what you call it
10
really.
seconds to
As
insertion.
Lindsay gonna be putting down an evil eye in the general region of the
5
big
seconds to
bakery,
go.
just so that anybody holding down in that particular area can be given a
Attackers
little bit of a
objective
boost. While Luck definitely gonna be going
Defender
for
has
a
left the
spawn peek
designated
on
staging area.
towards the southern end of the map, but unfortunately for him, no one has spawned in that area. He could still find Zofia from the black APC. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to pull back instead. Deadweights drone is in that general vicinity, however, of course, so that may have been exactly why he's going to pull back. As the Jaeger Kingsley in an interesting position by the bakery door towards prep room instead of behind the counter. There's no shield here as well. He's probably got ADSs for him, but there's no Womai either. So interesting hold from the side of Havox, not relying on, of course, the Double Denial brothers, and not relying on a whole lot of utility being dispensed in this general area outside of the castle barricade, a reinforcement, and 1 evil eye. The other one, of course, somewhere inside a site to deny the plant, or somewhere else, wherever, of course, Lynch has decided to put his cameras down. Johnny coming in from the side of KL11 once again. They're going to be methodical, and they're going to be making sure that they get all the info as efficiently as they can for themselves. Luxia holding down towards second floor pillar room right now. We're going to have to be very careful as to how he goes for this, how he chooses his gunfights, mind you. Reading room door will not be open. Actually, there's some vertical lenses side that he could use that have been made by Mischief. The only one on the second floor for the time being. Skulls is going to use his air jabs to deny the push on towards the brown stairs, of course, as the eastern end of the map has pretty much been secured by the side of the attacking team. Dead is going to be going for a hard reach towards the side of Bodrum. There we go, forcing the Maestro to get away from that particular area. As Mischief still using the verticality to try and find some defenders for himself. Bots just making sure the drones know exactly where any flanks could be coming in from the side of the defense. Luxia finally on the move. The man's like a shark in the water, and he's got 2 prey to go for. Will he be going for the same time? No. Lynch in the meanwhile by the bomb inside of sight next to cold room. Canisters are coming up from the smoke to deny that push from the side of the attackers as well. As will the Vigil be spotted. He's pushing up 90 Hollow. No, he's pushed into Train Museum. He might find the sledge. He's going to see him, and there we go. He's going to take it out. Mischief unaware of the flank coming in from Luxia. Is going to get taken off the board. Lynch is going to find one. That's Cullux off the board. 5 versus 3 with less than 48 seconds. Make that a 5v2. Luxia on a double kill. Takes down Bot as it's not looking good. Deadweight and Pussycat are the last ones that remain, as it's got to be this push from the side of KL11 that has to secure it, but no, the Maestro is going to go down instead. The Zofia gets that kill as it's a 4v2 right now. Pussycat, he knows that there's somebody on the brown stairs. That was Luxia, but the air jab is what stopped him and actually saved him from getting taken out. Flashbangs are going to be thrown in to ensure the push from the side of both the Thermite and the Zofia, and there goes the smoke, holding down a bad position right there. 3 versus 2. Shots are going to be fired, but will the Jaeger find this kill, mind you? He sees the planter through the bomb, but no, Deadweight is actually going to find Pussycat in the meanwhile, and he's going to find another one from above! Tedio is actually the man to get the double kill right there, not from above. I just completely confused my particular areas, but Unfortunately, both attackers confusing where the shots were coming from, lining up next to the bomb, allowing Terry the Castle to take the kill. Round 12 goes to the side of Havox, and no overtime today. Havox have gotten their sweet, sweet revenge on KL11 for that early game of the qualifiers. They take Cafe 7-5.
I'm going to be the saddest person on earth right now. Definitely not something that was expecting. KL11's clearly standing in the advantage. Havoc was just better, man. Havoc just played better than them. I have to agree with that one. KL11 wait, they lagged a lot today. It was just Havoc being all over them, and it's okay. It's okay. KL11 has had 2 bad days. It's not the end of the season, mind you. We've seen Team Super fall out a slump like this, but they made their comeback happen in week 2 and week 3 as well. So, what my personal outlook towards KL11s right now is going to be the fact that are we going to see another Saber Esports come up with absolute dominance in qualifiers, not able to perform and able to stand up to the heat of what Division 3 offers? Or will we be seeing them make it back with the upcoming weeks, week 2, week 3? There's still a lot of action left for Division 3, and definitely KL11 will be having so much more time to step back up on it as well. Well, let's see if that's going to be the case or not. But that is going to be it from me, Blackjack, and Mr. Reborn for the while. Not for today, though, people. We'll be back in the evening with more matches. And just as I take a quick look at the schedule, my bad. We'll be taking a quick look at the schedule. The matches will be coming up will be Sanford Esports versus Almost Walkover. Team Area 69 facing off the Peacemakers. We'll be back in about an hour or so. Till then, grab your popcorn. Make sure you have enough snacks ready for this spicy match that we bring to you. And yeah, make sure you're here. That's me, Foxy, signing off, and we're seeing you in the next stream.